Oh man, it's been too long since I've done a Hajime no Ippo greatness video. Many more to come, trust me, because I got videos to do about each of the main characters and the predominant supporting cast. Okay, I will not be doing one about Coach Kamigawa, Neko, and them, or Mrs. Makanouchi. Well, that's one of my women right there. But no, but the fighters, the main dudes, okay, the headhunter generation, as I like to call them, Makanouchi Ippo, Miyata Ichiro, Mashiba Ryo, Alexander Vorg Zangief, and of course my dog Sendo Takeshi, as well as you already know Takamaru, Aoki, Kimura, my dog Wally, and of course, oh my, what's homeboy's name? Speed that now. Itagaki. I can't forget, dude. Itagaki. All of them gonna deal with videos pertaining to them. But in this one, it's gonna be questioning why Ricardo Martinez, the greatness that is Martinez, the undefeated perfect 68, no, with 64 KOs, only 4 dudes with the distance. Martinez, yes, absolutely, Ricardo Martinez. I can't wait to see what his epithet is. I mean, if Alfredo Gonzalez has an epithet of doggone, what is it? It's not the, let's see, the Shinigami, the Grim Reaper is Mashiba. You got the God of Wind, that's too beastly, with Ippo, the Lightning God with Ichiro, with Miyata, Sendo Takeshi's the Naniwa Tiger, dog, Naniwa Tiger, beast, man. The Hawk with Takamaru, and you go down the list, and oh, the White Fang with Zangief. I cannot wait to see what Ricardo's epithet is. Oh, this thing's gonna be devastating, guaranteed. But anyways, there's something that's been peculiar, and I've talked from time to time with like my dog Speak. Oh, shout out to Speak 123. Yeah, sub to his channel. I may drop his link down here. Phenomenal videos when he gets off his ass and actually does them. Speak, please do more videos. And various dudes who know about that Ippo greatness. Yakin, you already know. He'll probably watch this one as well. We know that, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the WBO, okay, that Martinez has. And Ricardo has remained champ for over a decade. I think it's getting towards like 15 years. I forget the longest state. I think that's what it is. Or if it's 2 decades, I cannot recall. Now, understand, he captured the belt with 44 or so wins, 48. I'm trying to remember. I think it's 20 belt. Okay, I think it's over a decade and it's 20 title defenses. He's fought Alfredo twice, Alfredo Gonzalez. Now, you would think he would have won. First of all, why did it take him the 48 wins to capture the belt? I have zero clue. None whatsoever. Makes no sense to me, but maybe we'll get an explanation. Hopefully we'll get an explanation. George Sensei, please provide something when we get closer to that time. Whether it be Ippo, Sendo, or Miyata, whoever is to fight Ricardo first. Okay. He's had 20 title defenses. Why has he not challenged the WBO champion and unified the belt? Or if they have the IBF or the WBC, what the hell's going on? Now, we have 2 explanations as to what's going on with the WBA. Okay, I think he's the WBO. I think it's WBA. It may be switched. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. Regardless, the other belt holder. First of all, I think it's going to be an absolute monster. I'll put that out there before addressing all of the reasons as to why. But we know, it was stated that if Ippo or any of these of the headhunter generation, like I'd like to say, that are still remaining in the featherweight division, Ippo, Sendo, and Miyata, they should go for that other belt. Which indicates, and I think this was, I forget if this was implied or explicitly stated, but it's chaotic. It's crazy up in that piece. Everybody fighting for that because Ricardo's been a king, an emperor really, at top. No Yonko status, straight up Soul Emperor, like One Piece is, the manga says. Currently. So that's the route. Now, here's the thing. If this, you would say that's the path that they got to go then, right? That's the path that they have a chance because Ricardo has things unlocked. Well, if it was I'm not saying it would be a cakewalk, but you would think that Ricardo would pursue that, right? And unify the belt. Lock things down. It could be, here's one solution as to why he doesn't go for it, is he's pulling a Dracula Hawkeye's Mihawk from One Piece. Now, we don't know if he's a stoic like Mihawk and Juhabak, and even to a lesser degree of stoicism with Kirin Ragil from Kill La Kill Greatness, Jawbox from Bleach, Mihawks from One Piece, for those who aren't aware. He could be, and if he's like Mihawk, the whole Shichibukai, part of the reason why Mihawk probably is because he's like, yo, I don't want all these dudes to come chasing me. It's boring, it's bothersome. But he still has 20 title fences and dudes to come at him. Okay? Maybe he wants lesser. But unify the belt, that may in fact give him less. So, you know, it's debatable. Could it be the fact that he's scared? I don't want to say that he's scared, but concerned that he may run into a dude that's an absolute monster. And it was also another piece of evidence to consider in this case of this monstrous dude, is that we had it highlighted about these world champions. We saw Ricardo, we saw these other ones, and they were shaded out, and these dudes, like, give off the impression it's crazy. Now, another piece of evidence to add on to that possible monster sitting even in the featherweight, it may be the junior featherweight, but even in the featherweight, is what did Takamaru say about the line with the whole monsters thing and the monster thing, and Ippo will not cross that line. You look at Sendo, Mashiba, Miyata, Zangari, all of them monsters, confirmed. Ippo hasn't crossed that line from human to quote-unquote monster. Okay, very interesting and very important to see. Now let's go in further evidence to look at the possibility of another monster lurking in the realms, or possibly on the come up. We don't know. Now, we only know, if I'm not mistaken, about the WBO rankings. I don't know if those rankings are for the featherweight overall. Okay, for as far as I know, we haven't seen any dudes from like Europe or whatever. Take that for what it's worth. Now, let's look at even Takamaru, because he's the only champion we can really, you know, relate to. You look at Takamaru, and let's just look at the facts, man. He had a dude, wait, what is it? First Brian Hook, then David Eagle, and now Bison. And understand, he's had significant, okay, he grabbed the middleweight belt, but in the Unify, yo, he's had some wars. He's not hit super middleweight. He's not hit light heavyweight. He's not hit cruiserweight. He's not hit heavyweight. Okay, if they're gonna have all of those, he said 6. Let's see. It was junior. Has he only captured 2? So I think he has the rest of it. He hasn't hit that, and he's already pushed. Like, there's so much more growth that Takamaru can do, and he often doesn't rely on boxing. Understand that. He often just relies on his physical raw power and strength. Okay, he can box. We know this, but he often doesn't rely on it. So when we saw a match where he was just going for the KO punch, and it is what it is. But we've seen that. Now, on the tertiary board, he struggled down. We haven't even got to these highest weight classes. And why does that matter in the case of it? Because there may be a dude sitting on the top. There may be some real veterans out there, and maybe another veteran like Ricardo that Ricardo just doesn't want to see in the ring, because it'll be a legacy battle. Dudes may have been asking for it, and Ricardo just continually declines. We've seen this time and time again with boxing. We saw it took a long time with the Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hitman Hearns fight. We see, you know, Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Sometimes it takes a long time for some of these fights to develop. Sugar Ray Leonard versus, was it Marvelous Marvin Hagler, or was it Hearns that took a while with that as well? Just for example. And I think some of Iron Mike Tyson's fights took a while to develop. And even the greats of all time, Muhammad Ali, formerly Cassius Clay's fights. So there's that possibility as well. There's elements we don't take into consideration. Now, also, there's this tertiary point that I wanted to bring up. And that we have yet to see guys really based off of legends. And we know George Sensei loves to either base off fighters or pretty much drop in fighters that are pretty much the same as his. Inspiration is one thing, but we know that he clearly wants to utilize at least the fighting styles, if not the fighters themselves, with the Detroit Hitman style, not just the Hitman style, the Detroit Hitman style of Tommy Hitman Hearns, who is also called the Motor City. Oh, I forget what his original name. The Motor City one, but before the Hitman, Detroit Hitman style with Bison. Now, middleweight division, and we know that Takamura's going to have to defend. Is he going to run into a Sugar Ray Robinson type? Yo, Sugar Ray Robinson. Is if he moves up to light heavyweight, is he going to run into a Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, super middleweight, and Andre Ward type? Okay. Or we're gonna see cruiser. We're gonna see a real deal Evander Holyfield in the middle, in the heavyweight. Oh, there's so much potential, and I'll talk more about Takamura in one of his fights. But is he gonna run into like a Muhammad Ali in the series? Muhammad Ali, bro, Rocky Marciano, the real Rocky Marciano. Okay, not just send those fights up, but the Rocky Marciano. Is he gonna run into like a big George Foreman, Vladimir Klitschko, Smoking Joe Frazier? Oh my goodness, the list. And then with Baki, I'm thinking too much Mount greatness. Anyways, with Ipo's featherweight division, or even up, maybe whether it be Alexander Volgari, Sangariv, or even Mashiba. Are we going to run into like a Floyd Money Mayweather, a Sugar Ray Leonard, excuse me, a Handelstone Roberto Duran? Oh, the potential. Is there a monster lurking in Ipo's featherweight division? If that's the case, oh my gosh, is Ipo ever gonna come up? I don't know. And will Miyata move up? I'll deal more with those possibilities in their specific videos. But just consider that the possibility of the featherweight division having more than just Ricardo Martinez, because the open door possibility. And also you got to consider the junior featherweight division has been highlighted multiple times. Keep that in mind. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this video. There's a lot of possibilities with Ipo. George Sensei, he's introducing a lot of crap, and Ipo, it was sad to see Ipo death match, man. If he fights Ricardo or Miyata, may in fact be in a legitimate death match, but that's another topic for another discussion. Anyways, all right, y'all.